Hi, everybody.
Hello. Here we are. Michael, Guardian, Angus,
Vera,
Chrissy. Okay, so
I feel like I've been working graveyard.
that's kind of ironic and funny coming from a psychic medium.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we have a really cool question
Yes,
from
we do. Mina Lori.
And I didn't even know who BTS was.
I know, we're so sorry.
Until...
We live under a rock.
Yeah. Until...
Here's
the rock.
BTS is a boy band from Korea.
Yeah,
K-pop.
They're cute.
They're very cute. We just watched them sing a song.
Yeah, they were really cute. Their personalities.
And the song, it was so interesting, not funny, but interesting, that I was telling Chrissy the 2 past lives that I got on them, and one of them, they were in theater in the 1800s. And did I say 1800s? I think it is 1800s. I keep going back to 18. Mm-hmm. Did I say something?
You had said 1700s and then you said 1800s. Yeah. So you were kind of going.
Well, maybe they went from like late.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, the video that Chrissy picked for us to watch was in front of a theater.
Yeah.
Go figure. You didn't even know.
No. And if you don't know who BTS is, there's 7 members. Mm-hmm. These young men.
Very cute.
They are. They're so cute. And they're Korean. It's a Korean pop band.
Uh-huh. And what's their name?
So the BTS stands for Bangtan Sonyeondon, believe, and that stands for Bulletproof Boy Scouts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Bulletproof Boy Scouts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got the name established. All right.
All right. So did you say 7 members, right?
Yes, okay. 7 members. They're so cute. You gotta check them out.
They are very cute. Okay. They are, well, the first past life that I picked up on them, and there was only 6 of them, were in a Gregorian monk.
Wow.
What was it? In the 6th century, I think? I can't remember.
That's what, you said.
The 6th century. Yeah, because it was just when they were starting to, they were the first ones to actually annotate how to sing the chants. Because nobody knew how to write music at that time. I hope it's the 6th century. Whatever century, there wasn't written music yet. But these monks figured out a way that people that knew the chant already, but still needed to learn where to the melody of it. They knew the chant, but they had to learn the melody. So they had put that down on paper.
Wow.
And they were the first ones to ever do that. And then it was handed down, and then eventually it was changed to what music is now.
Wow.
Yeah. So they were one of the first ones. The one leader of the band. RM. He was not in that past life with them.
Really?
Yeah. And these guys, this Abby, I guess you call it, was just amazing. Because it was all self-sufficient, right? They didn't have to go out for anything. They maintained their lifestyle within the Abbey.
Wow.
But if there was like anything that came to their door or anything that they saw that was happening like right outside where they were that was not right, they would do something about it. So they weren't,
really?
Yeah, they weren't like just, well, I'm just going to stay in here and hide while you go murder these people.
Wow.
They would go do something and help the downtrodden.
Oh, that's neat. I love that. I really like that.
So that's how they got this closeness that they have.
Wow.
Yeah. Or at least to be able to sing together with that melody. You know how
the
harmony.
Yeah, the harmonic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like convergence where you almost think it's one person, but you know it's not just one person.
Right. Yeah.
That's so neat.
But
wow.
The past life before they came into life as BTS was when they were in a theater group. And they would go, there was a lot of those around. I've done a lot of people that have done theater and stuff like that. But they started out, I believe, in England and then ended up, because I keep wanting to put them in New Orleans.
So they would end up there.
Yeah, and the RM was in that life with them.
And he was with them when they were in England and they all came over together. Wow.
Yeah. And then they just did skits and, just made people happy.
Did they sing?
They sang and danced.
Wow, and their dancing is amazing.
Yeah, and they also did skits. I mean, like dramatic.
Really?
Comedy. I mean, anything. Yeah.
I was impressed by their dancing ability.
Yeah. And the one RM, he was kind of like the leader in that theater group.
Really?
And he would go actually out into the community and see what people, or listen to what people were talking about, and then go and make a play or make a story about their town, so that it made it more engaging for the people. Like they loved it.
Wow.
Yeah. So very creative. Yeah.
Wow, that's really interesting and very cool.
Yeah.
Because that shows a lot of just being able to take what's going on and things in the environment and put it into their craft.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yep. That's all. That's what I have for them.
I'm fascinated how the Gregorian chants. I mean, we talked about not long ago how chanting is good for us physically, and it calms us emotionally.
Yeah.
And we all have a soul's tone as well, which helps us in healing and that type of thing. So it's fascinating to me that they had this past life and Gregorian chants. I mean, they had to, maybe they didn't know, but a lot of that, listening to it would hit us on a certain vibrational frequency.
Just picking up their past life and listening to them in the abbey that they were. Is that what it's called, the abbey?
I think it's called an abbey or a monastery
something like that.
Something like that.
But the tone, the musical abilities that those guys had in that little abbey, it was like it took you to a different place. It was amazing. Like you could just feel yourself lift up after listening to them. So if that manifests through their work now, can you imagine all these young people that are able to listen to that and lift themselves up with it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's interesting.
And then I think the chants had like a message to it. It wasn't just like saying a bunch of stuff. There was an ancient message that was handed down, generation after generation after generation.
That makes a lot of sense because throughout history, when so many groups were being persecuted, you could not have those truths. There were libraries of information burned and all these types of things, and so they would keep it going through like almost secret means of communication, and that would be one, like symbolic, like it symbolizes something else.
And then this guy, he would have people in his troupe that you wouldn't normally see. People that wouldn't have gotten the time of day from So it was like he would incorporate them, and they would be, he would pick them from the community just to be there in that one skit.
Wow.
And then it lifted them up, and then people didn't ostracize them as much because they got to be in the. So see, he really helped people too in that way. They all did.
I really like that because what you just said about him, that's the leader, right? That is what he was saying.
RM?
Yeah. RM was saying that is pretty much the message behind their band now, which is embracing who you are, basically, and being yourself, loving yourself. And that's really cool because if people have these different things that make them different, and they might maybe not be as accepted or whatever, but then to be elevated, lifted up like that, I mean, what a great thing. It's like the same message in this life of be yourself and love who you are. Yeah. It's really neat. I can't help when we were talking about the frequency, the vibration that we're feeling, and the young people that are feeling that through their music. Angus was saying through Vera that we all have a gift, and through our gift, I know we've talked about this already, but through our gift and whatever means that it is, you can make people feel what you want them to feel, like joy or what have you. And that's one way of doing it, is through using their gifts that they've cultivated throughout their lives, and be able to help young people, and all people, not just young people, but all people now after their music and everything. And I have to share this angel because the cherubim angel, I just feel like, because we all have an angel from the different phylums, but can't you just imagine, Vera, these young men having these cherubim angels around them, helping them with their singing and their tones? You see this little musical note down here? That's the angel that lifts us out of despair and depression through their singing. And when they reach these different tones, it helps our healing. It helps us ourselves to heal, and emotionally.
Right.
And we might not hear them with our human ears, but
the soul hears it.
Exactly. I love that. So it could be throughout your day.
Because we have a third ear. You know how we talk about third eye? We also have a third ear. And everybody's like, well, no one's talking about it. Well, Angus told me about it. And it was when I was doing regressions. And you can hear, it's the ancient DNA that we have is all in there.
How cool is that?
Spiritual DNA, whatever you want to call it.
So that's another thing that we can be aware of, and the more that we're aware of it, the more energy that we can give to that type of healing that we're getting to help us to lift our spirits.
And music has always done that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's really, because look at the Alzheimer's patients. They don't remember anything really, right? But if you start playing music in their era, they know all the words. It's true. Yeah, it's so cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
And that's the purpose of those angels, the cherubim and the seraphim, is joy.
Yeah.
So
see?
we can all use some joy.
That's right. We can all use some BTS.
Especially now. Well, thank you, Vera, for sharing. It's super cool. And we love you all.